what I wear. Stupid. Ugly. Out of date. This is ridiculous. If I can't find something nice to wear, I'm not going. Ooh. Ah. That's it. I'm not going. This is Cos Productions, and this is Ultimate Sledding.
The kids are out today.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, really getting some speed there.
Oh my god, it's so fast! No way, no way, no way. We will now attempt the impossible. 3 girls, 1 raft. Thanks, Gabby. These preteens came and took over our hill. Like, we're the preteens. This is a turf war now. All right. What's happening? Oh. Why did I end up at? Come on, dude. It's like 2 more steps. You'll have to go on without me. When they point to the pictures, have them my name. Hello, and welcome back to another installment of Top 10 Time. I think that's what I'd call this. Top 10 Time. Yeah, the triple T.
I love it.
It's the alliteration for me. Today, I have with me the Queen of Christmas herself, Marissa Garrity. Today, we are doing our top 10 Christmas movies. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like mine are a lot of just like classics. Like, I don't have a lot of like new age Christmas movies.
Yeah, no.
Because quite honestly, I'll confess something right here, right now. I've never seen Love Actually. I don't know if that like makes me the devil incarnate himself.
It doesn't.
Okay.
I've seen it twice, I think, in my whole life.
Okay. Because I just feel like that's like the movie that like all girls freak out over during this time.
Right.
And I've never seen it.
You're not missing much.
Okay.
I don't think. I think it's just one of those, like, romance type, like, chick flick
Okay.
type movies. But, like, we
Sure,
needed
sure.
a Christmas one, but, like, that's what Hallmark movies are for, so.
And I don't have any Hallmark movies.
I don't either.
Okay.
That's a whole separate genre.
I had a feeling that you were gonna like rip one of these off and it's gonna be like the princess who saved Christmas in Vermont, and I was gonna be like, I have no idea. Yeah, so obviously you're our guest
Yeah.
this segment, so you can start us off with your number
boy.
10.
Okay. So I do have to say, it might be a little controversial to
Okay.
anybody watching this right now. I'm not sorry, though.
Okay,
So,
no apologies here.
we
We're
will
unapologetic here at Cos
Do
Productions.
you want me to just, like, rip it
Yeah,
off?
you-
Okay.
yeah.
My number 10 is Home Alone.
Okay.
I've seen it for the first time. I saw it maybe 2 years ago. But I really did enjoy it. I understand why people
The
really
hype
like it. I get
around
it,
it,
but
yeah.
it's just not one of my super favorites.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, sure. Yeah, I can understand why it's number 10 if
Yeah.
on the list at all.
This looks different this
What is happening? I'm absolutely... Go away, go away, go away. My computer's possessed. Okay, so I was looking at a recipe online for the hot chocolate
It's
we're
so
drinking. And I kind of improvised a little bit, so I'm glad it's good.
Okay.
But anyway, an ad on the recipe website just started playing randomly. Okay, my number 10 is Home Alone 2.
Okay.
Home Alone 2,
Okay.
Lost in New York. But I did enjoy it as much as the first one,
Okay, yeah.
I'd say, which why it's made my list.
Right.
I also just love a good prank sequence. You know,
Yes.
when Joe Pesci is just getting his ass handed to him
Of
by
course.
this little 10-year-old kid. You know, equally as funny. I feel like Home Alone it's
two parts every kid's dream, but at the same time, every kid's nightmare.
Yeah.
At the same time. And so I was equally terrified as I was entertained watching this as a, child.
Right. Okay. This one is also the whole franchise.
Okay.
But all of the Santa Clauses.
All the Santa Clauses.
All
are
of the
number
Santa
9.
Clauses.
Okay.
Because I do really like the first one. I think it's classic, but I do like that they go into, in the next 2 movies, go into the life, and see what it's really like
Yeah.
to live on as Santa Claus. Not just become, but live on.
My number 9 is The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Okay.
A little towards the bottom.
Okay.
I feel like that hurts you a little bit, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
The main reason why it's even on the list is the He Miser, Snow Miser sequence.
It's iconic.
That is the best scene, I think, throughout the whole thing. I don't know, it's just a little depressing to, imagine a village where a bunch of kids aren't excited about Christmas or Santa. The idea just doesn't interest them anymore. It upsets me a little bit, Because it's more depressing than it is cheerful for me. I don't know.
Okay. My number 8, this is the controversial part, I think. We're not going to be so proud of. Elf.
All right.
Is 8 on the list. This was another one that I only saw for the first time a couple of years ago, which is, I think, a little bit different than a lot of people that I talk to about this. I feel like people grew up with Elf to some extent. I did not. So I only watched it for the first time when I was a teenager, which is just, it's not the same. And
I get it.
Nostalgia.
I get it with Elf because it's not really nostalgic for me either. Some people, especially in my age group, go crazy over Elf.
Yeah.
A blonde Zoe Deschanel falls in love with Will Ferrell. Where
What
life
were
is
we?
this? My number 8. Let's see what it is. Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Oh,
Reindeer.
okay.
This one's definitely full-blown nostalgia.
Yeah.
I watched it the other night with my dad for the first time in years, and honestly, the claymation that they
So
did.
good.
It's just so good. Really, that's a movie that just fills you with the magic of Christmas.
Yes.
Even though Santa was a little meanie in the beginning and was Rudolph, get out of here with that stupid nose. I thought he would at least be the one person who would be like, it's weird, but let's not make fun of the guy. He was like, I'm disgusted. Get out of here.
All right, my 7 is It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay. This is
This
a
is-
traditional Christmas movie.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, it's another one that I don't watch frequently, but whenever I do, this screams the magic of Christmas to me. It really makes you appreciate life.
A deeper meaning.
Yeah.
It has layers. It's
Exactly.
like an onion. Like Shrek.
But Christmas.
Exactly. Okay, my number 7 is, I have no idea. Let me try to think of it before I undo the paper. Oh, I don't know. Without further ado, my number 7 is A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh.
This is also a nostalgic thing for me.
Yeah.
And I just love it. And the tree at the end, and all it needed was a little love. And I just feel like, isn't that what we all need though? Just a little bit of love. Maybe if we all just gave each other a little bit of love, 2020 wouldn't have gone the way it did.
My number 6, we're going also back a little bit. Miracle on 34th Street.
I saw that coming. As soon as I saw It's a Wonderful Life on your list, I'm like, this bitch is gonna have Miracle on 34th Street too.
Miracle on 34th Street is my mom's favorite Christmas movie. But it could only be the black and white, the original.
Okay.
They colorized it, and my mom was pissed. So
They colorized it with the original cast?
Yeah.
And she didn't want to
Not-
watch that?
not okay with
Alright,
that.
fine.
This is another one that's just, Christmas. Just Christmas.
Christmas in a nutshell.
Christmas
right there.
spirit in a movie.
Christmas spirit in a nutcracker.
In a-
dare I say. My number 6. Oh, I know. Elf.
Okay.
Definitely one that I'll always watch and always laugh at, which I appreciate. And also, the best line ever said in the history of all movies ever is, "Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad," from a narwhal, sticking out of an ice cap. So, and
Appreciate
a lot of iconic quotes. I
Yes.
love a quotable movie.
Yes.
You sit on a throne of lies. Santa, I know him. lots of good stuff happening in that movie. So that's why it's right under the top 5. Right on number 6.
I get that. If we were to do this,
Okay.
2 years ago,
Okay.
this movie would not have been on the list
Okay.
because I had never seen it. But then I was introduced to A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Wait, so who is Scrooge in the Muppet Christmas Carol? Okay. Okay. Yep. Take 2. So who is Scrooge in the Muppet Christmas Carol?
So, not actually a Muppet.
Okay.
So Michael Caine plays Scrooge as a person.
A Muppet Christmas Carol is your top
Is
5.
in my top 5. Top 5.
I might have to check this movie out.
It's on Disney Plus. The songs are off the chart. That's, I think, what makes it in the top 5. That's what seals the deal for me.
My top 5 is Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
The first one. Yeah, this was like, I was watching this like on a VHS tape. Like that's how like long ago I had watched this movie.
So my 4, for very similar reasons, is Rudolph.
Oh, and I watched it the other night. Yukon Cornelius, man. What a character this man is. His whole objective the entire film is to get silver or gold. He doesn't specify which one. It switches throughout the movie. And this guy, this absolute G, throws his pickaxe into the ice, takes it out, licks it. He goes, and then he goes, nothing. Who wrote that? Where did that come from? Really passionate over here about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I was just watching this morning before you came. It is Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Jim Carrey version, not the cartoon. Yeah. First of all, Jim Carrey's performance alone is reason enough to have this on your list. Yes. Because he went through hell and high water to play that role. He almost quit the role because of the costumes and the makeup they had him in. And it's the costumes, it's the set, it's the makeup. It's like they brought Dr. Seuss's world, his imagination, to life.
It brings you right into it, and you totally forget that you're watching real people.
Yeah.
Which is why it's my number 3.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that.
Not much else to say there because we just hit it all. But yes, that is my number 3 for all of those reasons.
What a perfect segue there. My number 3. I know what it is. This is the movie that I think you're missing.
Okay.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I love this movie because, it is the whole prequel to Santa Claus. Oh my god, the opening number with all the different Santa Claus brothers, and he's like, a baby, baby, a baby what? A baby.
I'm so mad. I'm putting that at 4.5. I'm just adding it in.
All right, fine. You know why I love this movie? Because it made me win every single argument in elementary school when some little brat tried to come up to me and be like, well, how do reindeer fly? I'd be like, they eat the magic corn, you fool. So, anyway, on a lighter note, you're number 2?
Okay, I have to say that I go back and forth on these two all the time, on a daily basis.
Okay.
So it was very difficult for me to pick one over the other. This is one that I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate for, but I will stand by it till the day I die.
Okay, I'm ready.
Even though I had to make it my number 2, The Polar Express. I love The Polar Express with all of my heart. That is like the movie that I need to watch every year. It's like I absolutely have to hit it. Everything about it is magical to me. I don't have any critiques of that movie.
Yeah.
It just
No
it
notes.
makes me so happy all the time.
My number 2 is The Santa Claus.
Ah.
I love it. It's funny. It brings a family back together.
Yeah.
Not only instills the spirit in this young boy, but it also brings the spirit back alive in a family, and also Tim Allen's character himself, who starts off the movie as a grumpy businessman who's like, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," and then he becomes Santa, and it's like his heart grew 3 sizes.
My number 1 is The Year Without a Santa Claus.
All right. So I understand why you were so hurt when you saw that mine was number 9.
I appreciate that it's on there at all.
Okay.
Because frankly, I think this movie is not known to enough people. I went through all my reasons before, but the claymation, the story, it's so creative. Every time it comes on, It makes me so happy.
My number one Christmas movie of all time, The Polar Express.
Yes!
I don't care what people have to say about that. I mean, reason number one, Tom Hanks. I could honestly stop there, but I'll keep going in case you're not convinced enough. The whole hot chocolate sequence
So good.
it just made you want to have a cup of hot chocolate right then and there. That shot of the train going up the mountain.
Incredible.
Just so picturesque.
Amazing.
Chef's kiss. The caribou sequence is like the funniest thing in the world with the two conductors who are from like Hickville, USA, and they're like, caribou? There's gotta be at least 1,000 of them, maybe even 1,000,000. I think that's verbatim the line from the movie.
No.
Oh, the soundtrack. Thank you for
Soundtrack.
bringing up the soundtrack. But the reason why this is my number one that really seals the deal for me is the fact that this movie came out in 2005. In 2005, I was in kindergarten, and we made it a whole event. It was like the last day before we had Christmas break, and we made it a whole event. We put on the movie, we had the book, we all had hot chocolate, we came in our pajamas that day, and at the end of the movie, when it starts snowing, it was literally snowing outside.
Oh my gosh.
And that filled my heart with such Christmas joy and wonder. Like, I was 7 and I remember this very vividly, so it must have been magical.
Well, thank you so much for doing this with
Thank
me,
you so much
Marissa.
for having
Thank you
me.
for Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and woo!
I hope you found this video to be entertaining, considering no matter how different a who may appear, they will always be welcomed with holiday cheer. That was a quote from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This got weirdly cheery. Maybe we should try this again sometime.